Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for NXT No Mercy and a special announcement I got coming for you guys, and we are going to go over it as well. So without further ado, yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Anthony, aka Physics, but he got back to day number 267 of vlogging every day. Guys, we're going to go over No Mercy and also the announcement that was made at No Mercy. I guess we'll do that first. Because of the whole scenario between NXT and TNA invading NXT during their massive winner-takes-all match for both the NXT Championship and the TNA World Championship. October 7th, I will be going over Invasion that will consist of 2 Survivor Series traditional tag team matches for both the men and the women of both NXT and TNA. First of all. Second of all, there will be a tag team championship winner-takes-all match between Dark State and the Hardy Boys. Both championships will be on the line, as well as both members of NXT and TNA are barred from ringside during the Ricky Saints versus Trick Williams winner-take-all for both the NXT and the TNA World Championship. I did spoil the main event of No Mercy, but I will be going over the matches for you guys. But there it is. That is the main thing for NXT and TNA Invasion. I will be going over that. Again, that is October 7th. That is a few weeks before Bound for Glory, where Mike Santana will try and take the TNA World Championship back to TNA, and the Hardys will try to become the NXT Tag Team Champions, which the Hardys still need those championships in order to become every Slam Tag Team Champion. They have been both the Raw, SmackDown, TNA, and AEW World Tag Team Champions. It is time for the Hardy Boys to be the NXT Tag Team Champions. And I will be going over those matches for you guys. But we're going to be showing No Mercy. It is time for the singles match between Javon Evans and Josh Briggs. Both men have given their odds as Javon Evans is pushed off the card and try to put himself to the main event level. Josh Briggs still has some turmoil going on here on NXT. Perhaps making his way over to the main roster, even though he hasn't really won any championships. But I can see him in the foreseeable future for the trade up to the main roster. But Javon Evans did show no mercy, and he was able to take down Josh Briggs. So guys, your winner, Javon Evans. It is time for the Women's Speed Championship match between Zoroka defending the championship against Jada Parker. The actual woman who was supposed to be in that match was injured, so Jada Parker became the new challenger. But thanks to Jada Parker, thanks to Last Legend costing Jada Parker the win, and having Zarya spear Lash Legend was good enough for Sol Ruca to retain the Women's Speed Championship, which was a pretty epic match, to be completely honest. Which woman will walk out of the cage alive? But there is a thing that I have to say. This cage match will be decided pinfall or submission. Guys, it is a weaponized steel cage match between Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe has been unstoppable as she was able to walk out of the shadow of Jordynne Grace, potentially costing herself the NXT Championship back at Evolution. I remember now. Back at Evolution, having that nice little one-on-one match there on Heatwave, and also having that particular match here on here at No Mercy. But again, the cage is surrounded by use of weaponry in the WWE that they are able to use against each other. Jordynne Grace also came in that match with a broken right hand, but was cleared by the medical doctors in WWE, and she was able to compete in that match. That match, she doesn't really have a broken hand. It was more like a little injury going on with that hand back in their brawl back in NXT. But Jordynne Grace was able to say that she is the juggernaut of NXT, and she will be going to the NXT Women's Championship as she was able to defeat Blake Monroe. It is time for the NXT North American Championship. Ethan Page would take on Trevon Heights. Ethan Page has this nice little heel run here on NXT, calling that championship the NXT Canadian North American Championship. And was able to take Heights to the limits. Pun right there, not intended. But Heights also shown that he can hang with the best and hang with the middle card there on NXT. But Ethan Page also shows that he is all ego and retaining the NXT North American Championship from Heights. So here's that. Will it be knockout? Or will Jacy Jayne have something to deal with Lola Vice? It's Jacy Jayne versus Lola Vice for the NXT Women's Championship. Jacy Jayne was accompanied by Fallon Henley. Obviously, the other tag team partner was out due to an injury. Possibly caused by TNA Superstars, but I do believe Jacy Jayne and Fallon Henley had something to do with that. Probably just mysteriously attacking her from behind. Not quite sure. Your boy is not an NXT superstar, so I'm not quite sure. But Fallon Henley did get herself ejected from ringside, invading into that match. But Jacy Jayne was able to show that Lola Vice was not even at her level and was able to retain the NXT Women's Championship. Will the ruler continue to rule over NXT, or will it be a new revolution for Ricky Saint? Guys, NXT Championship on the line. Oba Femi defends against Ricky Saint. I was wrong about this match. I did say nobody was able to defeat Oba Femi, and Oba Femi will have a long title reign with the NXT Championship, but it did end in, I believe, 269 days of being the NXT champion. He had been taking so many DDTs during that match, it's not even funny. But we have a new revolution that Vicky Saint was able to overcome the ruler and making himself the new NXT champion. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. The next time I come to you guys with a WWE live event will be on October 7th. And that will be Invasion. I am very excited. I believe it's coming on either a Thursday or a Friday. One of those days. But I will be going over the matches for that as well. And we're going to have an amazing time. It is Team NXT versus Team TNA. So we're going to have a lot of fun, as well as the TNA and the NXT Tag Team titles will be on the line, as well as a winner takes all match with both the NXT Championship and the TNA World Championship will be on the line, and Vicky Saint takes on Trick Williams. Not only that, guys, Bound for Glory, will it be put up or shut up for Trick Williams or Vicky Saint for Mike Santana? And will the Hardy Boys walk into their match versus Team 3D with the NXT Tag Team titles, or will they be losing to Dark State and will be losing the TNA World Tag Team titles? Guys, I will be going over Invasion for you guys on October 7th. And I will be going over Crown Jewel on October 11th. So there we go. Without further ado, guys, it's your boy Anthony. I'll come back for Physics. Alright, guys. Peace. Yeah.